Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth. And a shout out to Yakim that's out there on the four quarters of the earth proclaiming this truth. And, as always, Rakatha Yahweh, Rakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash, Rakatha. And so, judgments are befalling this place. If you haven't seen my previous video where I put together a bunch of clips showing what's happening. You had this rapper come out talking about how taking the mark of the beast is going to bring about world peace, that there won't be, like the Imagine song by John Lennon. Imagine a world without hunger, without wars. And so he took the mark of the beast by the means of which the devil, Esau, had the means to deceive them, and we're upon the face of the earth to take this mark that it'll do all these great things, that it's a way to end world hunger, just all kinds of amazing things that Esau likes to promise. But his promises are full of shit. As you can see, though, that not long after that, Tsunamis came, because it looked like the rapper was Indonesian, or at least Asian, and yet Ammon, which is where the mark of the beast is also being heavily promoted, yet a tsunami has come wiping them out. So judgments are befalling those who take the mark. And the ultimate judgment is the lake of fire, which is going to be what Babylon the Great is, when this place is consumed by nuclear fire. Thus, when the 200 million nuclear missiles are fired upon this place. Because all the kings of the earth shall hate this place. And you can see that happening now, as Benjamin, not a Jew, is coming up with evidence, so-called evidence, to falsify means to invade Iran, saying that they're building a nuclear bomb. They found this facility. And so what his plan is to draw in Babylon the Great to attack Iran. And that's why you're seeing the sanctions on Iran, the back out of GCPOA, because at least their flock, Amalek, shall draw them out. And that's another thing, Amalek, those fake-ass Jews. The reason why No Class Malone comes after us to begin with is because he's one of them, Amalek. Because if you go into what his real name is, he actually is one of those so-called Ashkenazi Jews. So that explains why he doesn't go into biblical prophecy, because they don't know biblical prophecy. That is, your regular so-called Amalekites don't know biblical prophecy. And, of course, he hides behind Christianity. Because, if you notice, though, lots of people in Hollywood, they don't just come out and say, oh, yeah, I'm a Jew. They don't. But yet you know. You know that they are. Because you can tell certain things, The more and more you get in this truth, the more and more you can spot Amalek real quick. And so that explains everything about No Class Malone. So, of course, we're not going to get through to him. Of course, he's going to tell us that the 12 tribes chart is made up, that we fabricated that. Okay, but Ashkenaz is one of the sons of Japheth. So it has nothing to do with Judah at all. But yet they're claiming that they're the Jews, the tribe of Judah, right? But they don't tell you what tribes they come from. They just say that they're Jewish. And so our main enemy, Amalek, the least of their flock, Benjamin, not a Jew, is drawing these countries to war. Well, mostly Babylon the Great. And these other countries are now starting to take a proverb against America. And they're going to hate the whore and burn her with fire. Ultimately, and that's what the lake of fire is just being descriptive of that. It's not hell, a place where you suffer eternally. This is a one-time judgment, which is when the kings of the earth who have committed fornication with Babylon the Great, America, shall fire their weapons against it. And the weapons of this indignation are them thermonuclear missiles. So I'm going to read out of Daniel chapter 7, starting in verse 22. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. Who are the saints of the Most High? They're the Israelites, thus the elect, the 1/3. And the time has come that the saints possess the kingdom, that is, when we take over, after this thermonuclear destruction, when we get beamed up on them chariots, sweet chariots, coming forward to carry us home, we shall come down and we shall judge this place. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and tread it down, and break it into pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, which that's talking about the EU nations, the beast. And another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. That's talking about America, Babylon the Great. Those 3 kings they subdued was Spain, Britain, and of course France, were the 3 kings that were subdued by America, Babylon the Great. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. Has this place not, who so highly we hail? They hail themselves. They put their own images up in the churches. And the churches of the Edomites were made for our slavery, pretty much so we would worship Caesar Borgia. He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. How did he do that? Because he overcame us by the sword. And think to change times' laws, and they shall be given unto him until a time and times and the dividing of time. And we've been in the midst of this. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. So pretty much what's happening is all these places are now breaking away. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations much troubled me, but my conscience changed me. But I kept the matter in my heart. So that's what we are to do, keep the matter in our heart. Thus going out here and proclaiming our heritage and telling others that if this truth resides in you, that you're an Israelite despite what you look like, or you're black, Latino, Native American, and this truth still resides in you, then you must proclaim this truth. You have to get back to law, statutes, and commandments. Because no, the law was never done away with. Esau lied to you. He lied to you about the image of the Most High, so he definitely took out the prophecies. That's why blasphemy of the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven, as I spoke last time. All sins will be forgiven except for blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is when they took down our images and they put up their images. Thus, Caesar Borgia, saying that he was the Son of the Most High, when in fact the Son of the Most High, Yahushua, was a so-called black man, having hair white like wool, and feet like unto fine brass as if burned through a furnace, being very descriptive that he had dark skin. But that's not the image that you were taught to worship. You were taught to worship so-called Jesus Christ, which, that's a title, that's not even a name. That's not his name at all. That's not the name of the Son at all. The name of the Son is Yahushua HaMashiach. Thus, Yahushua. And so, you were not taught that image. No, you were taught the image of Caesar Borgia, and you were taught that he loves everybody, but he does not. He has came to save those which are lost, which are the 12 tribes of Israel, because we've been scattered among the 4 quarters of the earth. Lost. Not having a nationality to call our own. That's why nobody bought us back when we went into slavery. That's why we're still slaves among all the nations. We are looked down upon. Then we also came out looking like the other nations, though the spirit of an Israelite dwells within us. And that's what's happening now. We're coming out of our shells and we're going out and we're proclaiming this while we still have time to, because Esau's looking to shut down the internet. He fucks with the streams, puts strikes on your channel for no reason whatsoever. He makes up dumb charges saying that it's a hate speech. Well, to hate something means that you don't like it. What's there to like? There's wars, a continuance of wars, and for what reasons? Why is Syria being attacked? What for? Really? You say that Bashar al-Assad is using weapons against his own people, but yet you're using weapons against your own people. You're fucking charging them for air. You're chemtrailing them to death. You're putting GMOs in the food. You're poisoning the water. And you have the nerve to say that he's using gas against his own people? That he's a gas-killing animal? No, you are, Donald J. Trump. You are, Esau. You're the gas-killing animal. You've been killing people from day one. You were a murderer from the beginning. Because your lineage goes all the way back to Cain, which you slewed your brother. Thus, you said in your heart, that the time of Abraham to mourn, and then you will slay your older brother Jacob, or your younger brother Jacob. Then you will slay Jacob. And that's all you've done. You murder us all the time. You come up with false charges. You find yourselves not guilty. You know, the LAPD thing to the recent, Trevor Martin. All those things. We know who you are, Esau. It's coming out. We know that you're going to pull off that false flag of the white helmets. We know that the charges that you bring up against Persia are all falsified. Because why? You want total control. And your ultimate control is that chip. You want to crash the money system, which you're doing. You're doing it. And you want everybody to take the chip. And most will take that chip. But the elect of us, the 1/3, will not take that chip. We'll be faithful unto death. And that's the only thing that you can do is put us to death. But we're not afraid to die. We're dying every day because of the injustice of this place. So it doesn't matter what you do, because we're still going to prophesy against you. So for that, I want to say, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Brakathum, and hope this has been edifying. And to everybody else, come out here and labor while you still have time.